Stories are important. They influence how we see the world, and they can represent our values and bring our greatest dreams and worries to life. The legend of Atlantis is one that tells us a story of a powerful civilization which is submerged beneath the sea. But Atlantis is far more than simply a story. It is more of a mirror, portraying ancient Greek society's beliefs, problems, and perspective. We will look at how the story of Atlantis reflects the ideas and beliefs of the ancient Greeks in this video essay by providing insights into their views on self-importance, the punishment of God, and the perfect community. We will analyze the narrative literary techniques, and we're going to be able to understand the deeper meaning of this myth. The story of Atlantis comes from the Greek philosopher Plato, who wrote about it in 360 BCE in his works Timesius and Critias. He said that Atlantis was a strong, developed civilization. Yet the gods chose to punish Atlantis' citizens by submerging their city in the sea because they had grown too arrogant and immoral. The Atlantis myth had an important purpose beyond simple entertainment. It conveyed wisdom. Using a parable, Plato explained the dangers of hubris, which was a type of arrogance that often resulted in disaster. Greek culture was characterized by widespread belief in the value of being humble and showing respect to the gods. Plato's description of Atlantis utilizes many types of storytelling techniques to convey the myth's impact. The story feels more real since he tells it like a piece of history. The detailed descriptions of the grand city and its advanced technology create an image of a perfect society that made its downfall even more tragic. By telling the story this way, it allows Plato to show that human achievements, no matter how impressive they are, don't last forever. He also points out that the gods will always punish those who do wrong. It reminds us that if we focus too much on gaining power and wealth and forget about doing what's right, it can lead to disaster. Plato's main idea that living a good moral life is more important than just being rich or powerful. There are several key concepts of ancient Greek society that are reflected in the story of Atlantis. The story focuses on the concept of arati, a word that is related to perfection. When they were first described, the Atlanteans were shown to be fair and trustworthy people. This represents the Greek concept of aiming for greatness in every aspect of life, every area of life. The narrative emphasizes the Greek perspective on the relationship between the gods and humanity. Greek mythology portrays gods as powerful beings who were also strongly connected to life for humans. The gods submerging Atlantis confirms the idea that the punishment of God was a true force that punished those who defied moral and ethical values. Another way of understanding the philosophy of Plato Atlantis is to consider it an interpretation of his own period and society. Athens, which was known for its powerful military and its accomplishments, made it at the peak of power for its time. However, the Peloponnesian War showed that Athens the consequences of internal corruption. Plato discusses the Greek society of his day through the Atlantis myth, warning against the hubris of building empires and the lack of moral and ethical values. The myth serves as both a reflection of the society's concerns about power and a tale which pushes the idea for a more right and just way of life. The narrative by Plato of Atlantis was not only a story of devastation, it was also a picture of the perfect society, which is showcased as a highly developed civilization that is filled with harmony, success, and creativity. With their detailed water supply systems, beautiful buildings, and a well-functioning leadership system, the Atlanteans were a people living in luxury. This portrayal follows with Plato's idea of an ideal society in which justice and reason are on top. The story stands in similarity with Athens, which was filled with corruption within government and chaos in society, despite its accomplishments in the Golden Age. Atlantis represents the possibility of greatness for a community that upholds the values of wisdom, equality, and humility, but its downfall also serves as a warning that the moral destruction can occur in even the most developed places. For over 2,000 years, the legend of Atlantis continues to exist. It is always changing and shaping itself according to the stories of various human civilizations and periods. The story of Atlantis showed people's imaginations and inspired countless different versions. The myth's common themes of ambition, power, morality, and the human need to explore new things are all explored in this timeless story. In modern culture, Atlantis is often portrayed as a symbol of lost knowledge and the mysteries of the ancient world. Atlantis is commonly portrayed in modern society as an image of knowledge lost and the mysteries of the old world. This reflects current problems about the effects of destruction of the environment and the advances in technology. As the world struggles with problems like climate change and moral technological use. For example, the moral use of AI. The myth of Atlantis is a complex tale that reveals insight on both historical and modern society. Atlantis is a timeless story that analyzes the issues of human nature, society, and the consequences of our actions. From its beginnings as a philosophical symbol in ancient Greek to its lasting impact in today's society. As my investigation draws to an end, it is clear that Atlantis is more than just a lost city. It is a symbol and a powerful tale that conveys the hopes and fears of the people that tell it. The myth of Atlantis is still an interesting and important tale for our times, whether or not it is told as a lesson on hubris or as a reflection on what the ideal society is.